Hello everybody, Bo James here. Welcome to S.S.W. Retro, where we dig into our 32 years of history by going back into our tape libraries and bringing you the biggest stars and the wildest action from the past years of Southern States Wrestling. Today you're going to see action from 1999, 2002, and 2012. WWE superstar Acts of Demolition is going to be on this program. The franchise of ECW, Shane Douglas, is going to be here. And we're going to kick the program off by taking a look at a young man from Australia. Over the years, we have had wrestlers compete here from all across the world. Let's take a look at Ashley Hudson from Perth, Australia.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Southern States Wrestling, as we've got a fantastic matchup getting ready to get started here. As we've got Ashley Hudson getting set to square off against Scotty McKeever. Referee James McCone has called for the bell, and this matchup is underway here in Southern States Wrestling. Ashley Hudson comes to us from down the land down under, down in Australia, as both men have locked up collar and elbow. Hudson now working the man over with a nice armbar, as McKeever was able to reverse it, and a series of reversals there. As McKeever goes low, Hudson, nice go behind into a hammerlock on Scotty McKeever. McKeever reverses into a nice hammerlock there. And thus far, they're in a nice scientific matchup here in Southern States Wrestling. McKeever makes his way to the ropes. Referee James McCone calls for the break, as Ashley Hudson allowed a nice clean break there from Scotty McKeever. As this ought to be a good matchup here in Southern States Championship Wrestling, fans. I tell you what, don't touch that dial. They've locked up once again, collar and elbow. Hudson pulls his man into a nice side headlock. McKeever shoots his man off, and Hudson right there caught him. Big shoulder block coming in, up and over his man, and McKeever got blocked on that hip toss, and Hudson pulls one of his own. And Scott Hudson right there with a nice deep arm drag by Ashley Hudson on Scotty McKeever, as McKeever is taking a low road and is outside the ring for a moment trying to grab a breather. Complaining to referee James McCone, his tights were pulled in. I certainly didn't see it from my vantage point. As Ashley Hudson comes to us from Australia, competing all across the world here in Southern States Wrestling. And Scotty McKeever hails from West Virginia, and he's here with us in Southern States as well. And Ashley Hudson once again with a nice deep arm drag takeover there. Got his man now in an arm bar, as Ashley Hudson's able to control McKeever at this point in the matchup. And McKeever right there got him a handful of hair, but Hudson was able to move out of the way. And Ashley Hudson with a nice arm drag takeover once again on Scotty McKeever, who's bailed out of the ring one more time, complaining of having his tights pulled. But I think that's more of a stall tactic than anything, as Hudson is a clean competitor. I haven't seen him pull anything dirty. And oh man, what a move! Hudson up and over that top rope. Beautiful slingshot plancha right there, as this match is spilled out onto the floor. And McKeever right there, face first into the post. Ashley Hudson's got his man reeling now. Back into the ring is Ashley Hudson up on that second rope. Comes across, big forearm shot right to the jaw of Scotty McKeever. As Ashley Hudson's definitely got this matchup well under control at this point in the juncture. Pulls this man in, nice side headlock. McKeever, beautiful belly to back suplex there. Excellent counter to that side headlock, as McKeever was able to find his way out of there, and now he needs to try to mount some offense in this matchup. He's got his man up, shoots him in, Irish whip to the far side, caught him right there. Big elbow right to the jaw of the man from down under, Ashley Hudson. And a blatant chokehold here at this point. Referee James McCone in there warning him. Blatant chokehold. As Scotty McKeever now has got Hudson over back in the corner. Hard right hand in the abdomen in a second. Oh, McKeever nailed him with a chop. And once again, big chop right to the chest there as Hudson now reverses. Oh! And once again, as that chop echoes through the building, as McKeever got whipped in the ropes. Oh, Hudson right there. Followed him in, rookie mistake. McKeever with a roll-up. Oh, referee James McCone only got a 2 count out of that one. Man, oh man, I tell you what, the action here in Southern States Wrestling, fast and furious. Nice forearm drop, cover once again, 2 count only. Referee James McCone right on top of the action, one of the senior officials here in Southern States Wrestling. McKeever missed that attempted elbow. Hudson up and over his man, got him in a sunset flip, and 2 count only. As the man from down under, Ashley Hudson. Oh, McKeever just cleaned his clock right there. And 2 count once again. McKeever now trying to slow the action down with a reverse chin lock. Referee James McCone checking in to see if he wants to call it quits, as McKeever's cinching in on that reverse chin lock. He's got Hudson grounded at this point. Hudson trying to retain a vertical base. Catches his man right there with an elbow into the abdomen once again, and McKeever looks like he went right to the eyes on that one. Scotty McKeever is definitely not known for always following the rules, as he's got his man over the corner, follows in with a couple of hard knees and a hard right hand to the top of the head. Referee James McCone admonishing him for such actions. Got him in, and 2 count only, as Ashley Hudson was able to kick out of that one. McKeever once again trying to ground his man with a reverse chin lock here. This hold basically is used to wear a man down, try to cut the oxygen off, and you cut that oxygen off, that definitely will slow a man down. As McKeever dangerously close to a chokehold, and Hudson's firing back with a second elbow into the ropes, coming across, as Hudson is able to turn it around into a sleeper hold. Ashley Hudson's got him in a sleeper hold. McKeever counters with a nice jawbreaker right there. Scotty McKeever countered with a nice jawbreaker. He's gone up to the second rope, comes across. Oh, man. He missed that attempted leg drop. And I know he's got to be hurting for certain. Both men are hurting at this point. We're about 6 minutes into this matchup. Hudson caught his man kind of low there. Hard right hand to the side of the head, knocks McKeever down. As Hudson's trying to set his man up. Irish whip across. And caught him right there. Beautiful drop kick. Full extension on that one by Ashley Hudson, man who hails from down under in Australia. McKeever shot his man off. Oh, Hudson caught him right there. Oh, but McKeever sidestepped him, dumped him out. As Hudson's trying to make his way back into the action, caught his man right there with a hard shot, up and over. Beautiful slingshot leg drop. And referee's in, and we may have it. No, 2 count only. Scotty McKeever was able to get his foot on that bottom rope. Hudson thinks he's won it. McKeever in on his man, got him with an inside cradle, hooked the tights. Oh, referee James McCone saw it. That's some great officiating there by McCone. Hudson follows his man in, brings his man up off the ropes, rolls him up, and there's a clean 3 count.
It's the last event of the year, and it's a holiday spectacular. Southern States Wrestling presents the 24th annual Christmas Star Wars, Saturday, December 30th. Bell time 7:30 p.m. Armed Forces Reserve Center Armory, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. In the main event, it's the showdown of the year, as sensational Wayne Atkins battles Lord Murphy Costigan. One fall to a finish. There must be a winner. 2 special referees, one in the ring, one on the outside. Those special referees are Jason Blythe and Bruiser Bob. The loser of the match will have his head shaved in the middle of the ring. 5 other main event matches featuring the stars of S.S.W, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, and All-Star Wrestling. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors, Cutting Edge Entertainment and Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring. Front row seats have been lowered to $15. Kids 12 and under admitted free to general admission with a paid adult. We will also be collecting non-perishable food items once again for Hunger First, along with gloves, knit hats, blankets, and underwear for all ages and sizes. That's Southern States Wrestling Christmas Star Wars, Saturday, December 30th. The Armory in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Action so hot it's smoking. The only way to see all of it is to be there. Welcome back to Southern States Wrestling Retro. I hope you're enjoying this look at our rich history as much as I am. And we got a great one coming up for you right here. 2 men that have been everywhere. WCW, ECW, WWE, I'm talking about the franchise of ECW, Shane Douglas, as he battles White Lightning Tim Horner from this classic from 2002.
I know White Lightning Tim Horner because Tim's just waiting for his chance, brother, to unload.
No doubt about that. They've locked up collar and elbow once again. Tim Horner now bulls Shane Douglas back into the corner as both men jockey for position. Oh, Douglas went for a cheap shot. Horner blocked it, fires in a series of hard forearms there. Douglas there shoves Horner off, and Horner right back up, going right back, getting right in his face here with another series of hard forearms. Douglas again shoving Horner back, and now pulls referee Eric Foster in the middle. Oh, my. Cheap shot there by Shane Douglas. How about that one, Mike?
Shane Douglas will take any shortcut that he can. He didn't come all the way from Pittsburgh to lose, and he gave Morristown's Tim Horner a bad way to go there, and Eric Foster got caught in the process.
No doubt about that, and oh, now Douglas catches Horner with a headbutt south of the border, if you will, and now going to the eyes of Tim Horner is Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas now once again digging at the eyes of Tim Horner. This is just uncalled for. Shane Douglas is a much better wrestler and competitor than what he's displaying here tonight. No question about it.
Yes, he is, Joe, but I think he found out early that White Lightning Tim Horner didn't come to play. He came to stay, and he gave him more than what he thought he was going to get, so he's going to take every shortcut that he needs, Joe.
Well, I tell you what, Douglas having a good time mocking the fans here in Kingsport, Tennessee, as Tim Horner now being brought back up by the franchise Shane Douglas. Douglas there, beautifully executed snap suplex. He's holding on to him. He just nailed a second one. Will he go for three as they're still grappling for position in there? And Douglas, once again, pulls up Horner, got him in a standing vertical suplex. Perfectly executed there as Shane Douglas is feeling good at this point.
Joe, I'm going to tell you something. Shane Douglas just showed you how powerful he is. 3 suplexes vertically on White Lightning Tim Horner. That is not an easy chore to get one, let alone 3. And the franchise is starting to work over Tim Horner with that chin lock.
Shane Douglas continuing his assault, his attack on Shane Douglas as Shane is clamping down on that reverse chin lock on Tim Horner. Referee Eric Foster checking in on the action here as always in Southern States Wrestling. Tim Horner making his way back up to a vertical base. Oh, caught his man right there with a hard back elbow. And a second as Douglas is stunned for the moment. Oh, my, Douglas nailed him with that clothesline coming across there. And White Lightning Tim Horner down on the canvas, at least for the moment. Both men here, this match is taking a toll on both of them at this point.
I tell you what, both men is worse for wear, Joe. I'm telling you, this has been some contest. There's a chop by Shane Douglas, the franchise. Tim Horner returns it. They do it again. There's a third time. Joe, they're starting to line each other up.
They're throwing the leather out there, no doubt about it. Irish whip got reversed in the corner right there. Douglas caught his man. Side slam there by Shane Douglas on White Lightning Tim Horner. Going for a cover and only got a 2 count there. Bit of an arrogant cover by Douglas on Horner there.
Well, I tell you what, Shane Douglas really caught Tim Horner good there, and now he's starting to take over with that rear chin lock. And I tell you, what 2 competitors, fantastic competitors, man, and they are paired up so good.
No question about that. Both these guys very evenly matched in this contest as Douglas is continuing to control White Lightning Tim Horner at this point in time with a reverse chin lock. Shane Douglas, the franchise, right here, Kingsport, Tennessee, part of the 3rd annual Mark Curtis Memorial, battling S.S.W. Hall of Famer White Lightning Tim Horner. Tim Horner back up to a vertical base, fires in an elbow to the midsection, and a second. Tim Horner hits the ropes there for momentum. Oh my, but Douglas caught him with that knee coming off the ropes, Mike.
Shane Douglas, Johnny on the spot with that knee. As Horner came off the ropes, he got it into the midsection. That slowed Horner down. Now the franchise is going to the top rope, Joe.
Shane Douglas on the top rope here. Tim Horner making his way back up. And Tim Horner caught him right there. He got him. Caught him with a hard shot right there to the chin. And sends him tumbling off the top rope. White Lightning Tim Horner He caught Douglas asleep on that top rope and made him pay for it. Now fires in a hard right hand and a second to the side of the head of the franchise, Shane Douglas. Irish whip into the ropes and caught his man right there with a clothesline. Tim Horner now turning this match around into his favor. Going for a cover, referees in and only got that 2 count. Shane Douglas shows his resilience, kicking out from Tim Horner.
Now, Joe, you see why they call Tim Horner White Lightning? Because he's not fast, he's sudden.
Good cradle attempt there as Douglas staggering back into the ropes. White Lightning Tim Horner moving right back in on his man. He's got him pinned in the corner now, laying in a series of hard shots as the crowd here in Kingsport's counting along. White Lightning Tim Horner taking it to the franchise Shane Douglas here in Southern States Wrestling, coming to you from the Civic Auditorium in Kingsport, Tennessee. Referees right on top of it here. Douglas really seems stunned, Mike.
Oh, he is, and I tell you what, he's trying to hold himself into the corner, but White Lightning uses that foot, starts to shoot Douglas in, and now Tim Horner goes in to referee Eric Foster.
Eric Foster went down like a ton of bricks right there as he has been knocked down. White Lightning Tim Horner still on his feet. Shane Douglas just pulled a chain out from his tights. Shane Douglas has got a chain. You know he's going to try to use it here, especially with the referee at a disadvantage. Horner brings him up. Oh, there it is. Hard shot right to the face using that chain. He's making no secret about it. Look at that chain. Now he's putting it in Horner's hand. Look at this, Mike. Look at this game of possum that franchise Shane Douglas is playing.
Well, I tell you what, Joe, I told you Shane Douglas will do anything to leave Kingsport with a win. Eric Foster got knocked down, and now he starts a 10 count. He says, ring the bell, Joe.
Shane Douglas came to, saw the chain in the hand of White Lightning Tim Horner, and immediately called for the bell. He's declaring Shane Douglas the winner of this contest. Oh, my.
This is Acts of Demolition. You're watching Southern States Wrestling.
Cutting Edge Entertainment offers the very best in DJ services, MC services, party music, karaoke, professional sound for any event. Great for weddings, birthday parties, anniversaries, concerts, school dances, bar mitzvahs, charity events, and any social gathering you may have. Cutting Edge Entertainment, done the way you want it, dependable, and ready to meet your needs. Did I mention affordable?
In professional wrestling, legends aren't born, they're created. If you want to see how legends are created, every bump, every bruise, every tear, every drop of sweat, you've come to the right place.
Welcome back to Southern States Wrestling Retro. So far today we have shown you action from 1999, we have shown you action from 2002, and now we're going to end this week's program with a big main event from 2012. WWE legend, one half of Demolition, one of the greatest tag teams that ever competed in WWE. I'm talking about Axe and Smash. Well, Axe came to Southern States Wrestling, and he came for a reason. He came to take on the current champion at that time, Frank the Tank Parker, a man that was only defeated 3 times in 4 years. Frank had one of the longest reigns of a champion that we've ever had. Let's go back 2012. Axe goes after the title.
The bell is gone. Heavyweight championship matchup is underway as we got Frank the Tank Parker with his manager James McCone taking on Demolition Axe. S.S.W. Heavyweight Championship is on the line as they've locked up collar and elbow. This is going to be like a clash of the titans, a battle of the behemoths, as you got 2 300-plus pound men in there, both of them veteran competitors. And this is going to be an incredible matchup. Matt Rhodes, I tell you what, it's not going to be the fastest paced match in the world, especially after just watching Darkstorm and Matthews. But you're going to see power, you're going to see technique in a match like this.
Never has speed been the motto of either one of these two gentlemen. Two powerful individuals, 300-plus pounds, as Joe Wheeler pointed out. Demolition Axe, one half of the WWE legendary tag team Demolition. And don't forget Frank Parker, one half of Death and Destruction, a big tag team that ran rampant through the Mountain Empire for nearly a decade.
Smash.
2 seasons.
Plus he's held some other championships as well. You know, Matt Rhodes, you interviewed James McKone, or actually you set out to interview James McKone a few weeks ago. Took 2 or 3 days to actually find him and finally locate him. Found him at a church fundraiser, a car wash, and he's chastising some kids out here, about like normal, what he normally does. You mentioned one thing about, is that Axe over there jumps in his car and dang near runs over half the crew that's working there at that fundraiser. And if you'll notice, when James McKone was in the ring right before Axe came to the ring, they started playing the very popular and the very familiar Demolition theme music. And just like a look of fear on James McKone's face, he melted in that ring because he knew what was going to walk through that door with Demolition Axe. So you've got to believe that James McKone is quivering in his dollar store shoes because he knows good and well that SSW Heavyweight Championship belt could very quickly come out of the camp of the Big Business Army.
Dollar store shoes, you know James McKone too well, Mike Sutherland, as Demolition Axe is showing why he is a multi-time champion and been around the world, wrestled some of the greatest legends that you want to name. He's been in the ring with guys like Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and now he's got SSW Heavyweight Champion Frank the Tank Parker in a tremendous amount of trouble as he caught him with that open chop right there to the side of the head. And I don't think I've ever seen Frank Parker go down that quickly from one blow. That just shows the power and the strength of Demolition Axe. Granted, he's not at the peak of his career. He's in the later days of his career, no doubt about that. But he still possesses a tremendous amount of power. He has to drop Frank Parker like that, Matt Rhodes.
All the matches he's had over the years, this man possesses some strength, some power. He's a very intimidating force in the ring. I was just in the ring with him. I know how intimidating the man can be stepping through the ropes. Here they lock up again. Oh, they're going to take Frank Parker over. And this is, look at pulling the ears here. Look out. Oh, man. They ripped the ears off of the side of the head of Frank Parker. I didn't use his Jake Booth shirt as a napkin, wiping the sweat and grease off on the referee. But I'll tell you what, Demolition Axe, he's pretty much steamrolling right through Frank Parker early on in this matchup. And you see the concern on James McKone's face as Michael Sutherland says he's quivering in those dollar store shoes right now as his nemesis, as he's looking at in the ring, has Frank Parker in a very, very bad way.
WrestleMania 7, back in 1990, Toronto Skydome, Demolition Axe and Smash defeated the team of Andre the Giant and Haku to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. If you can beat Andre the Giant and Haku, you very well can beat Frank the Tank Parker. He's got a chain right here, wrapping a chain around his hand. Axe doesn't see it. Jake Booth doesn't see it, and he drives that chain right into the midsection. Andre the Giant, Haku, they're not here. Frank Parker is, and Axe has got something to be worried about as he's getting kicked right in the midsection after that shot with the chain just a little while ago.
It's amazing how much a little bit of steel can equalize two men. As McKone now over there choking away at Demolition Axe, as he's got to get his cheap shots in as always, does James McKone. Frank the Tank Parker now ripping and pulling at the facial features of Demolition Axe. I tell you, it's amazing. That chain has brought, that shot with that chain has certainly stunned Axe, but now he's firing back with a series of hard right hands and a double thrust, but he is still winded. He is still hurt, not only from the chain, but McKone once again going in and choking him. And that is taking away the oxygen that runs that fuel, that provides that fuel, that runs that fire. And when you start choking a man like that, it's going to slow him down tremendously. And Frank Parker, he knows that, and he's moving right back in. And he was choking Demolition as well by putting his weight right across the throat. It looks like they've got him down, and now's the time. Frank Parker had better not let Demolition Axe back on his feet if he can at all keep him down, Matt Rhodes.
Look out again. Look at the people coming up out of their seats. And James McKone with that chain. wrapped around the throat of Demolition Axe. Frank Parker's in the driver's seat, but he had to use a chain to capture the driver's seat here. I didn't see the showboating with a legend in the ring. But not showboat too long. Here he comes back to his feet, and a right hand from Axe, and a double chop. Look out, a throat thrust sends Frank Parker down. And Demolition Axe back in control, and that look of fear back on James McCone's face, Michael.
Well, absolutely. And Axe, of all people, knows how important it is to have a manager on the outside, as Mr. Fuji managed Demolition to tag team championships and a number of victories years ago. But Frank Parker is the one that's utilizing the manager on the outside now, as anybody in the big business army does. As James McCone Frank Parker catches a big boot right to the side of the head and a big powerful clothesline. And now, look at this, climbing up on the ring apron, and oh, hot dang, I think it's great. Sends James McCone down on the outside, and now Frank Parker, he comes in and delivers a blow to the back, but Axe is the one that's got the chain and a big clothesline. Covers him, referee sliding in, 1, 2, 3. He beat him, and we've got a new champion right here at Summer Bash.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like referee Jake Booth is reversing the decision.
Somehow, some way, it seems Frank Parker always got to leave the building with the heavyweight title in his possession. Right there you saw how he defeated Demolition Axe and held on to that title. I hope you've enjoyed this big program here today. I hope you join us next week. We're going to take a look at Sherry Martel, one of the greatest lady wrestlers of all time, right here on the program next week. We're going to take a look at the Rock and Roll Express, WWE Hall of Famers, and their time here in Southern States Wrestling. So make your plans now to be a part of Southern States Wrestling Retro right here next week.